the only thing I can think of, Frank, is they intended to play Wayne Thomas at fullback tonight. This was their intentions before the game. So I just assumed then, there he is on his play pass. Wow.
Lockhart picks it off. Lockhart returning the interception to the 43-yard line.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Well, the New York Giants getting a little bit of love from CBS. Doesn't always work out that way, you know. And rightfully, especially with the draft class, rightfully so. I mean, you know, a lot of us Giants fans were biased. You know, we draft some guys like, man, we did good, and then somebody, you know, like maybe CBS or this is from Chris. I think it's Trapeso. Maybe I pronounced his name wrong. We're going to go over this in a minute here, but you think Giant, fans. In the classes in the past, the draft classes in the past, you know what I mean? Oh, man, we did phenomenal, you know? And then somebody else comes along, you know, maybe one of the experts or, you know, Mel Kiper Jr. or, you know, anybody, you know? And they're like, yeah, the Giants did horrible. And you get all offended and everything like that. But sometimes they might know more than we do. But, I mean, it's nice to know that at least maybe every now and then, you know, according to this CBS here, that the Giants got a little bit of love from their 11-man draft class, and you know what? I mean, this guy just might be onto something. All right, well, this is I think it's Chris Trapeso. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I do apologize. But it's from CBS Sports. This is their list right here. At number 10 is Cleveland. Ravens are 9, Texans 8, Steelers 7, Jets 6. Not surprised about the Jets. I mean, they had some nice picks. Cardinals 5, Lions 4, Seahawks, Chiefs, and the Giants. What I really love about this, Cowboys ain't on here. The Commanders aren't on here, although I'll show you them in a minute. And the Eagles aren't on here. Absolutely love it. So this is what we're looking at. But according to right here, the most impactful, okay, the Giants, number 1. So you gotta love seeing that. All right. Now we'll go. Let's see here. Honorable mention. So I guess maybe number 11 would have been the Washington Commanders. Okay, John Dotson. All right, Mathis. Brian Robinson, so that's definitely some nice picks. Okay. Then we got start with number 10. Okay. The Browns, Martin Emerson, Alex Wright, David Bell, Perion Winfrey, Jerome Ford. All right, then we got now this one right here. Kyle Hamilton falls to him at number 14 or whatever, and then they got Tyler Linderbaum in the first round too. I mean, that's some nice ones right here. These guys, oh yeah, impact right here, absolutely. Oh yeah, I like what the Ravens did, big time. Texans, yes, Stingley, Kenyon Green, yeah, Jalen Petrie, yipper. Alabama, Christian Harris. Oh, yeah. Damian Pierce. Oh, yeah. I mean, I like this a lot. I like you a lot. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised it's number 8. Honest to goodness, I'm really surprised it's number 8. I mean, I could definitely, without question, see that being in the top 5, maybe even top 3. Steelers. Yeah, impactful. Yeah, Kenny Pickett. Because, they need a quarterback. But, I mean, to see Is he going to be replacing Roethlisberger? Is he, has he got a long 10, 15-year career in front of him? I know they hope so, but well, I'll have to wait and see. Pickens, yes. Very good. All right. They got two wide receivers, right? Calvin Austin, too. So, they did well. They did very well, Grasshopper. New York Jets. I'm kind of surprised. Jets were a little bit higher, but they made some. Had some good picks too, without question. And one of them I'll be going over with in a minute or two here is the one trade they made with the Giants. They drafted like the best running back in the whole draft. Arizona, Trey McBride. Yeah, I was kind of bummed out the Giants didn't maybe take him, maybe in the second round after they traded back a bunch, 2 times in the second round. They could add him. Right? They get themselves two nice offensive linemen here, too. Smith and Hayes. So. And Detroit, yep. Jameson Williams. Nice pick. And, of course, Aiden Hutchinson. Yep. Very, very good. Yeah, once Williams gets healthy, he's back to normal speed and all. Oh, yeah. You got yourself a weapon there. Seattle, yep, Cross, Walker, Kobe Bryant. I think they also drafted Magic Johnson and Larry Bird as well, too. Boye Mafe, yep. Very nice draft here. Very nice draft. Yeah, then the Chiefs, Trent McDuffie, cornerback, yep. Karlaftis, yep. Sky Moore. I was kind of hoping maybe the Giants would have taken him maybe in the second round. So, they got some, very impactful. And then we got the Giants right here, okay? So this is, this goes over by, is a Giants Wire, okay? And it's like, how much do the Giants need the 2022 draft class to come through as rookies? A lot. They need this class to be impactful right away from the start if this wayward franchise is to turn around. Oh, yeah. Now, Giants said, one of the reasons top impactful, a couple things, 3. I'm going to right off the top of my head. 1, you got 2 top 7 picks. This draft class wasn't loaded with like what they call like maybe blue chippers as, top. Guys like maybe you look at Hall of Famers and, but there was nice depth throughout the whole draft class, okay? But even still, the top, 10 so guys, 10, 15 guys, that's some real nice guys to pick from. But we got a phenomenal tackle, and we got quite possibly, Kayvon Thibodeau, possibly the best edge rusher in the class. Now not only that, but now we got 2 tackles, we got 2 edge rushers. When was the last time we were able to say that, right? But for it to be impactful, it helps when they had 11 draft picks. Okay, so obviously the more picks you got, the more chances of some of those guys making an impact. We had 2 top 7 picks, and not only that, we have so many holes to fill that a lot of these guys are going to step in and hopefully maybe if not be starters, may obviously make it into the rotation, and get some reps in there for sure. So that's one of the biggest reasons why the Giants, with this draft class. Now I'm going to go over in a second, why I'm a little bummed out about it, but a little bit bummed out about it. But the folks at CBS Sports believe so as well, and are predicting that it likely will. In a recent piece ranking the top 10 most impactful NFL draft classes this year, draft expert, okay, so draft expert Chris Trapasso, I'm going to say, ranks the Giants number 1. Impactful rookies, okay? Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal, Wan'Dale Robinson, Cordell Flott. He's going to be battling out, I guess, with Darnay Holmes for the, whatever you want to call it, the slot cornerback. Joshua Zudu, who's going to, I guess, battle it out. Maybe, Micah McFadden, I'm sure he's going to get in there, right? But you got a Zudu. him and he'll be battling out, right, with Shane Lemieux, right? Because, you got to figure they signed Glowinski, so Glowinski is probably going to be the right guard, right, next to Neal, right? But then you got Azudu, maybe if he does not start right away, maybe he'll work his way up. And he either maybe be starting at the end of the season, or maybe he'll be the backup, and then maybe next year he might be pushing for a starter. Who knows? But Neal at number 7 overall, Steel City. Yipper. That's even a legitimate argument. The Giants got a bargain with Thibodeau at number 5. Yeah, he felt home. First 2 guys were edge rushers. Next two guys were cornerbacks. Ta-da! There's Thibodeau. And not only that, ta-da, there's Thibodeau, but also, ta-da, all 3 tackles are still on the board. Ta-da! Things worked out well for the Giants. Very well. The Cowboys would agree. Robinson went too early, but nonetheless will be a fun, I think he's, went a little early. Gadget feature to the offense. Flott is a lanky but seldom nickel corner who closes on the ball in a hurry. I'm sure he'll get some reps in there, even if he doesn't, not the starter. Okay. Both North Carolina offensive linemen could see some time. That's a possibility. Azudu is more ready and could play multiple positions. Not only multiple positions, this is weird. Multiple positions on the same drive. Like one play he could be playing tackle, next play he could be playing guard. I mean, that's flexibility there for you, right? And then you got to figure McFadden, what they're saying here, is a sleeper impact type. He was a tackling machine at Indiana and has a short area quickness and awareness to be a star underneath in coverage, okay, where a lot of linebackers struggle. In year 1 of the Joe Shane Dable era, the Giants will get much out of their rookie class. Now, the thing is with McFadden is he going to be, right next to, Martinez, and they'll be keeping Martinez hopefully in the future. Maybe they'll re-sign him. They got him on the cheap this year. Are they going to re-sign him, or might this be the last year and they get rid of him and then McFadden slides in and takes his spot? I have to wind up waiting and see. But McFadden could be, obviously, certainly. There's other guys there too. I'm very anxious to see. That's all good news for the Giants. And Trapezo did not even list the Giants' 4th-round pick, tight end Daniel Bellinger, who seems to be impressing so far in camp, and safety Dane Belton. Very anxious to see him too. 2 players who they selected that fit their offensive defensive scheme. The Giants draft have got mixed reviews, of course, a spectrum, right? Some experts believe they reached on day 2 and day 3 after a spectacular first night. Others have rated the class as one of the best Giants have had in years. And I think there's a good possibility when it's all said and done, if we're going a couple of years into the future now, I said, turn around, you look back at the 2022 class. All 11 picks, all right? But out of the 11 picks, it's like, we got Neal, we got Thibodeau, and we got this guy, we got this guy. We got 5 really good guys out of that draft class. So there's a good chance, okay, without question, all right, that this could be a phenomenal pick for the Giants draft class, shall we say. All right. Now we got, there's that one. All right. So here, this is just the problem I got. All right. Is that, with the Giants, you got so many holes you got to fill. You got 22 starters. All right. Now you go ahead right here. Is this it? There we go. All right. You got 22 starters. Okay. Who do you got? You got Dexter Lawrence. You just signed him, 5th year. So hopefully you're going to maybe sign it for the long term. I'm all fine with that. You got Xavier McKinney. You got Azeez Ojulari, right? You got Andrew Thomas. But how many other guys like on the offense? Is Kenny Golladay? Is he in the long-term plans? Right? Kadarius Toney. You'd like to see, hopefully the guy, but the guy missed so much time last year. Every other game he was coming out with, he had a different injury. I've never seen anybody with 6 different injuries and 2 times on the COVID. Wrong cleats. It's like, does this guy want, Hopefully he is. He's a phenomenal talent, but, is his heart in it? Does he want to play football? It's not for everybody, right? Sterling Shepard keeps getting hurt all the time. They re-signed him on the cheap this year. Is he in their long-term plans? Andrew Thomas, yes. Shane Lemieux, he's not a Shane and Dable guy. Is he in their long-term plans, right? Feliciano, we got him for 1 year. I mean, he's not a long-term answer. Mark Lewinsky, we got him for 3 years. We can get out of after 2, I believe it is, right? Evan Neal, right? But I mean, before we had Evan Neal, we got Matt Parrott, Matt Cano, Corey Cunningham. I mean, it's like, we building a team with any of those guys? Nope. How about our tight ends going into the draft? I mean, we had Ricky Seals-Jones. I mean, this is his 5th team in 6 years. I mean, are we building a team with him? No. Then we had Jake Hausman. Nope. Chris Myrick. Nope. Bryson John. Nope. I mean, right? You got Daniel Jones. You don't even know if he's going to be our quarterback after this year. And then with Saquon Barkley, you have no idea at all. Are they going to next year? They're going to sign him to a long-term contract. I mean, do you want to franchise tag him $15 million or so, 16, whatever it is, a year? You're going to sign him long-term? Somebody keeps getting hurt all the time? I mean, I don't know, right? So I'm saying, out of the offense, I mean, who are we building around? I mean, obviously Andrew Thomas, yeah. I'm just saying going into the draft, you might have 1, 2, maybe Kadarius Toney, if he decides he wants to play football, right? I mean, you got maybe 2, 3 guys, maybe, right? Let's go to defense. Leonard Williams. I mean, $26, $27 million. Are you going to keep him for a long term? I mean, if you re-sign him again, I'll tell you what, that 26, 27, that better come down quite a bit if he's going to stay around. I'll tell you what. So I don't know if they're going to be keeping him long term. Justin Ellis, I mean, he's holding the torch, right? You got Dexter Lawrence, okay? So we got one guy, okay? I can see maybe building the future around, right? Young, solid, not super spectacular, just a solid player, okay? But I'm saying going into the draft, we didn't have Kayvon, okay? Giard Ward, the X-Man, Nico Lalos, I mean, Toman Fox, I mean, any of those guys you're building team around? Nope. Blake Martinez, okay, but I mean, is he in the long term? He signed on the cheap because he was injured. Is he gonna be around here next year? Who knows, right? Tay Crowder, nice depth without question. Led the team in tackles last year. Not a phenomenal, super duper player. Good, somebody good to have on your team, yes. But I mean, as far as a super spectacular, we were going to say maybe weak side linebacker, they calling him. I mean, if you want to say, yeah, okay, Azeez, all right. Aaron Robinson, I mean, he was in a little bit last year, but he's not a Shane or Dable guy. They don't know what you got there. Julian Love, this could be his last year, right? You got Xavier McKinney. Hopefully we keep him around, right? Adoree Jackson, I mean, maybe we keep him around. We have to re-sign him. It's going to cost you some more money. But I mean, we got him for a couple more years, right? Darnay Holmes, once again, I mean, I don't know. He's not a Shane or Dable guy. It's his 3rd year. I mean, we might let him go after another year or so. But I'm saying on the defense, you got maybe 3, 4 guys, right? On the offense, you got maybe 2, 3 guys, maybe. So, I mean, you're looking at, it's guys that you can maybe build around, and for the long-term future and all that. You got You got 22 guys between offense and defense. You got 6, 7 guys, maybe. If you want to go crazy, 8 guys, maybe you can think about maybe building the future around and all that. So what do you got? 14 slots you got to fill, So we filled Evan Neal. Okay, boom. Now we're down another one. We got Kayvon Thibodeau. Boom. Now we filled another slot. Okay, so now you got a couple more guys. But when you're this bad, you got so many holes to fill. You have no money, right? What I would really like to really wish they did, what I'm saying, was go in there and right around here, grab another starter. We got Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, he's kind of like a gadget slot receiver. I mean, we got Sterling Shepard can be like a slot receiver. We got Kadarius Toney, who can be like a slot. I mean, I know he's, I mean, even if we don't sign Shepard ever again, we still got Kadarius Toney. I mean, We need. I mean, if you're trying to get rid of Bradbury, don't you want like a nice solid cornerback? We only had 2 safeties going into the draft. Wouldn't you want a safety? We have like almost no tight end going into the draft. Wouldn't you want a tight end? You know, somebody you can just, you know, where are we at? Where are the Jets at? There you go, number 36. This was us right here. Jets traded up with us to take the best running back in the whole draft, right? Best running back. Boom. Here's a starter for you, right? Giants right here could have done, you know, right here could have, you know, Jalen Petrie, safety. Boom. Now you got Petrie and you got maybe Xavier McKinney. Now you got your 2 safeties, right? You got a plug and play player. Ebiketie, right? Can never have too many edge rushers, right? Can never have too many edge rushers. Kyler Gordon, Boye Mafe, Kenneth Walker, another running back, right? Booth. Minnesota jumped in front of us to grab Booth. We're trying to get rid of Bradbury. Draft, you know, somebody jumped in front of us. Draft, all right. We could have had Michi, wide receiver, right? Who else could we have? I mean, a Jabbo. I mean, he may not be available right away, but hey, could have had him. Brisker, another safety we could have had. I mean, there's a bunch of guys. I mean, Pickens, the wide receiver, Sky Moore, Trey McBride. Here's where Arizona took him at number 55. We could have took him. I mean, you know, we could have took 1 or 2 of our 3rd round picks and moved up and grabbed somebody up here. We could have taken, you know, our 2nd round pick. You know, we could have just stood still there and taken somebody over here, right? A plug and play player. But we it seems like almost we traded back. Okay, we're back here. Now we got our 2 starters. Now we're just going to get some depth. I mean, when you got 10, 12, 14 spots you got to fill, I mean, I would have loved, you know, I mean, I'm not saying Wan'Dale Robinson's going to stink. I'm not going to say he's not going to start this, that, and the other. But, you know, he's like a gadget slot receiver. We already got that right now. I mean, wouldn't you want somebody else who can just step in? You got 14 more holes to fill. Wouldn't you just like to grab somebody else right around here? There's so many other guys we could have grabbed that you just, you know, we had Neal, we got Thibodeau, we could have got one more guy. Boom, one more starter we could have had. All right, then you start going for the depth, you know, in rounds, you know, obviously, you know, 3 and 4 and so on and all. You know, I would have liked to see us got one more good, juicy player. When you're drafting number 5, number 7, and number 36, you should come out with 3 solid, stone cold starters. Giants didn't do that. So that's I'm a little disappointed at. I think they really could have done better, you know, without question. I really, really think they could have done better. You know. So we got here, it's the impact role rookies. They got Kayvon Thibodeau, Evan Neal, Wan'Dale Robinson. You know, I mean, he'll get his starts. You know, I mean, he'll get time in there. They're going to get the ball in his hands. I mean, obviously, of course, if Shepard gets hurt or Kadarius Toney gets hurt, right? I'm sure they're going to want to put Wan'Dale in there more and more. And I'm not saying he's going to be a horrible player. I would like to see the Giants just, you know, got one more maybe, you know, starter. Right, Cordell Flott. I mean, he might beat Darnay Holmes out for the cornerback, the nickel cornerback, the slot cornerback, whatever you want to call it. Azudu, very flexible without question. You know, he played multiple positions, and then Micah McFadden. I think definitely without question. I think he has a little chip on his shoulder. Right. I think he'll have a nice impact for the Giants before it's all said and done. But you got Kayvon, you got Evan Neal. Said, I would have liked to got somebody else here. You quite possibly could have gotten him at number 67 or 8. You know what I mean? But, I mean, Azudu, very flexible. Cordell Flott is a very, very, very good work ethic. Very good. So, don't be surprised if he doesn't get more and more time as the season goes by. All right. Daniel Bellinger is in camp. He's been doing very, very well in camp.
All right. Dane Belton, safety. I'm very anxious to see how he works out. Very, very anxious. We picked him up. He was the when we traded back from the Falcons. We picked him up. So, so that's a thumbs up there without question. And you got Micah McFadden, okay, who was the captain on Indiana, right? I think he's that's the guy we got from the Jets, right? When we traded back with the Jets. DJ Davidson, he's a roster spot. I don't expect too much from him. But Marcus McKeith in a guard, possibility, maybe not be a stone cold starter. However, if not a stone cold starter, possibly if he works on his craft. A lot of it's up to them, right? But if he works on his craft, all right, he can certainly be a very good, valuable depth piece, without question. Because he's been given the size, the size, the strength, all of that stuff. A lot of it is up to them. Do they want to take the next step forward? Right? It's on them. And then Darian Beavers, I'm really, especially a 6th-round pick 182, the linebacker from Cincinnati. I'm dying to see what this guy can do. But overall, all in all, I think the Giants have a very, very impactful draft class. I think CBS now is it number one? It's subjective. All right. I just saw they had the Giants at number one. I'm like, okay, let's bring up this story. I like it a lot. But the recipe was there for the impactful draft for the Giants. 2 top 7 picks. Okay. 11 draft picks. All right. So you got a lot of guys. So the chances of these 11 guys, some of these guys being impactful, the percentage goes up because you got 11 of them. And then also the last ones, because the Giants said we have so many holes to fill, and we had no money to bring in any good free agents. All right, so you got 11 picks, got a lot of holes, right? You got 2 top 7 picks. That's the recipe for a highly impactful draft class, and that's, I think. Now, what is that? What do you think the Giants are number one or not? Very debatable, but without question, the Giants draft class will be highly impactful this year.
Well, and I see are these guys going to be obviously impactful this season? We're going to have to wait for the season to roll around. Are they going to be impactful long term? Who knows? It seemed like some of it was just to get some depth in there, and as I said, is Zudu going to work his way and become a starting guard? Is he going to be maybe Lemieux out, or right? McFadden going to work his way in? I'm very interested in seeing some of these guys. How does Wan'Dale Robinson? Does he get more and more playing time as the season goes along? It's going to be interesting to see. But one of the things is that which helped, which I brought up already, is being impactful is for the Giants anyway for this season. They had 11 picks. Okay, so your chances of getting some impactful players are go up. You get 2 top 7 picks. All right, so if those guys aren't impactful, you got some problem. All right, and they just happen to. 2 phenomenal players just kind of happen to fall into their laps. All right, and the other reason why it's impactful is because if you got a lot of holes, that's where your draft class steps in. If you got bona fide starters at every position, the draft class may not be that impactful. But it was kind of like the perfect storm, I guess, maybe in one respect. As far as CBS, the Giants, 2 top 7 picks. Had 11 picks overall, and we had a lot of holes. Add all that up, all right, and that's the right recipe, all right, to having a successful, impactful draft. And that's exactly what happened with the Giants this year anyway. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!